Even the way you treat people when you feel good. There are times when people don't treat other people nice. What if I told you your wardrobe holds the key to unlocking a more confident and authentic you? This video is going to be a journey into discovering your personal style and owning your style without any apology. My name is Sandra Bono and I do create natural hair and fashion content, but today we're going a little bit deep. We're going to jump right into the video with the very first thing, which is self-awareness. Self-awareness is about you being honest with yourself. First of all, be honest with yourself about where you are in life. Why do you think you don't feel more confident? If your finances are not where they are, or maybe you don't dress the way you like to dress because of your finances, maybe there's some inner trauma you're dealing with, maybe you just don't see yourself as beautiful. Be honest with yourself. You cannot fix anything without being honest. And it's that you don't dress the way you like to dress because you think, oh, I'm not among one of those girls, the Instagram girls, or it's a certain group of people, or maybe people always made fun of you when you were in school and that has affected your self-esteem your whole life. I need you to know that you are absolutely incredible. You're beautiful just the way you're created by God, and the only thing you can do to be able to own yourself or to be able to feel more comfortable is to be honest, is to love everything about yourself. It's not to get surgery, it's not to use a filter. There was this funny thing I saw on Instagram a couple of years ago where somebody said everyone on Instagram is not more beautiful than you. They just have more apps, which is like apps to make themselves beautiful, Photoshop and all the rest. But yeah, you have to be self-aware, be honest with yourself, and then you start attacking the root cause of all of that. Second thing is going to be, don't be a hater. Stop being a hater. I have seen this a lot with girls, and sometimes it's really sad because for some people, there are certain people you look at and think, oh my god, that person looks this, but they have a very shitty attitude. They have a very shitty attitude. They will hate on other people and how they are dressed. That is some of us in real life, and all of that comes from a place of insecurity. If you do not fix it, you're going to continue being that. You see other girls looking good, there are people are dressed up for themselves, and all you can do is just hate. Oh, they think they are something. No, you're just not confident enough, and you have to, like I said, first thing I said, first point, back to self-awareness. You have to be honest with yourself about all those bad attitudes, and then you start working on them. Next thing is inspiration. You need to get inspiration. Get inspiration. What do you like? What do you, if you feel like you're not dressing up to your potential, what will you like to look, what will you like to look like? If you don't know, get inspiration. If you don't know what your sense of style is, get inspiration. Go to Pinterest. Okay, scroll Pinterest. You can scroll, you can search like classy women or elegant women or fashion tips or different, and see exactly. One thing I love about Pinterest is when you pick a particular look, it's going to show you other things that look like that, or different people who look like that, or different styles. So you can start working on that and say, oh, I like what this person is wearing. I think this is me, you know, this is something I would like to wear, but I'm not confident. Still, honesty. Be honest with yourself. You're not confident about wearing this. Personally, I'm not confident about wearing so many things, but in my head, I'm just, it's a constant progress. It's constant progress. You're constantly working on yourself. You're constantly getting more comfortable and more confident in your style. It's not something you're going to achieve in a day. There are several things I see, I'm like, oh my god, that is so me. But then I'm like, oh, I'll hold myself back and be like, I cannot wear this because it's going to look too much. You know what? Most of the time I'll just end up toning it down. Even majority of the styles are the way I style things on my videos. Sometimes I don't even wear that. Sometimes I want to dress like that when I'm going out, but I'm like, oh, it's a bit too much. But at least I know that's something I'm working on. Go to Instagram, look for fashion bloggers. You can even search, even YouTube, search fashion bloggers or fashion creators, that, and see whose style you like. Start following them. The intention is not, you can copy exactly if you can afford to. if you cannot get inspiration looking at people who are doing something, who are like your, who are looking at watching people who are doing something you like to do, inspires you, and it unlocks a certain confidence within you, because you're looking at this girl. I'm a black girl. I'm just a small black girl who came from absolutely nothing. When I'm doing a lot of things, I know there's some girl in some remote part of Africa who's gonna look at me and say, you know what, this girl can do this, I can. It's the same thing for you. You can look at somebody who's dressed in the way you like to dress, and they inspire you a lot. We get inspiration from so many places. So yeah. The fourth point is going to be dress for your future self. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be a mom who, you know, a stay-at-home mom who just looks after her kids, doesn't bother about having a career, but still wants to look good and all of that? What does that woman look like? Like I said, point number 4, there are stay-at-home moms online. I mean, people who are online doing stay-at-home mom content are actually working, but you can get inspiration from that and not become a content creator. You can look at a woman with a wonderful career in fashion or in tech and say, hey, I want to be like this person. I love how this person dresses. Oh my God. That is going to ties back to inspiration. You can get inspiration, and then you see what you want to be. Oh, the woman you want to be, how does she dress like? Does she wear suits? Does she like, what does she feel like? What does she look like when she wakes up in the morning? What does she do? What car does she drive? What kind of house does she stay in? How do you think she shows up to work? How do you think her lifestyle is? What are her values? Do you think that woman is happy, and do you want to be happy? Think about all those things, and then when you're doing your search and getting inspiration, you're going to find yourself in those women, and that's going to help you build your own self. If you cannot come to you naturally, you can learn it. Style is something you can learn, and it's a journey. It's a journey on discovering yourself. It's not a destination. It's something you wake up every day and you build. You're constantly building. You're constantly changing. And that takes me to the very last point, which is putting or making an effort. Make an effort. If you don't feel good about yourself, you don't feel good about your style, start with a very simple routine. You wake up in the morning, you take a shower. You don't need to do your makeup. Take a shower, just lay your hair down. Make sure your hair is neat. The key is, when you look good, you feel good about yourself. You show up differently. Think about when you wear that, just think about that particular outfit you have in your wardrobe or your closet, which you've been thinking of, the day I'm going to wear this. Think about the excitement that's creating within you. And then imagine yourself showing up like that every day. If you had to wear something that exciting, and something exciting doesn't have, it could just be a neat dress. Like if you're used to just being in slouchy pants all day and just this very relaxed mood that's not uplifting, you can start by changing it. Just change that. It doesn't have to be something like you look so dressy. No. You can even go to thrift stores and you find something. You need money, sure, but you don't need so much money to look proper, to feel confident. Trust me, you do not. Even the way you treat people when you feel good, there are times when people don't treat other people nice just because they don't feel confident in what they're wearing. If you don't feel confident in what you're wearing, by the time you're stepping out of the house, even when somebody gives you a compliment, you don't even want to take it because you're like, what am I wearing? This thing is not even nice, this, that. And then if you're not a good person, if you don't have a good heart, you start judging other people based on, maybe you start looking at other people and they start making you feel less of yourself. And then you start radiating of bad energy. But yeah, all of these things are inner ways you can work on yourself to be able to unlock your style icon. And on that note, I hope you learned one thing from here. Hope you stay blessed. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. In the comments one, one additional tip. I'm going to love to learn from you guys too, so drop in the comments so whoever's reading can also be able to learn. Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.